Good morning, awesome otters! Where's it? Ollie. So what are you doing today? Well, not much. Well, it's good to see you. Yeah. Hey, we have special guests today. Really? Yeah, I said yeah. You remember Pastor Scott? Oh, from Andrews University? Yeah, Pastor Scott. He's here today. Oh, did he bring some students? Yeah. In fact, they're pastors too. Really? That's right. They come every year. Yeah, we're just so excited to have them here. Yeah, I am. Hi, Pastor Scott. Hi, kids. Well, we just want to welcome them, give them a nice Ollie welcome. And, I want to introduce one of those pastors, students, Trevelly. Come on up, Trevelly, and welcome. We're glad you're here. Welcome, Trevelly. We'll let you take it over then.
Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning. How are you doing this morning? Great. Very good. Come on up, guys. We're waiting for you. So here we have Dr. Scott Ward. He is our teacher, but we call him Professor. Can we say hi to Dr. Ward?
Hi, Dr. Ward.
Here we have Joey, and Joey is a fellow student. We're in the same class, and this is his wife, Laya. Can we say hi to Joey and Laya?
Hi, Joey and Laya.
And here we have Yorlson. He's from Brazil. Do we know where that is? Yeah, that's where we find the Amazon jungle. Can we say hi to Yorlson?
Hi, Yorlson.
And next to Yorlson, we have Faluke. Faluke is from the Big Apple. Do we know where that is? New York City, where we have the Empire State Building, the Statue of Liberty, all the good stuff. So can we say hi to Faluke?
Hi, Faluke.
And last but not least, we have Audrey. And Audrey, her family originates from China, but she lived in California. And she's also a fellow classmate of ours. Can we say hi to Audrey?
Hi, Audrey.
And I'm from Jamaica. If you've ever heard about Bob Marley, the song One Love, One Heart, I'm from that place.
All right.
And I'm also from the Big Apple in New York City. This morning we have a special worship planned for you all. So we're going to begin with an opening song by Joey and Laya. And thereafter we'll have Yorlson and Audrey who will do a special fun fact interaction with us. Is that all right? Then we'll do an application and then a little interactive game, okay? And we hope we'll have your undivided attention. Is that all right? Awesome. Let's get the ball going.
All right, do you guys know the song Jesus Love is a Bubbling Over? Yeah? All right, why don't we stand and sing it together? Do you know the signs? Jesus love is a bubbling over. Yes? All right, let's do it. Here we go. Jesus love is a bubbling over. Jesus love is a bubbling over. Jesus love is a bubbling over. Hallelujah. Again, Jesus love is a bubbling over. Jesus love is a bubbling over. Jesus love is a bubbling over. Hallelujah. What comes next? We say, love is a bubbling over. Love is a bubbling over. Love is a bubbling over. Hallelujah. Bubbling over. Bubbling over. Bubbling over. Hallelujah. Shh over. Shh over. Jesus' love. Jesus' love is a bubbling over. Jesus' love is a bubbling over. Jesus' love is a bubbling over. Hallelujah. Yes, great job. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So that is, since you guys have already been singing all morning and you have beautiful voices, we love how you worship Jesus. We are going to keep going with what we have planned for today. And guys, let me tell you, it's so much fun. And I'm going to give you a little hint as to what we're talking about today. So we know sugar is sweet. What's something that is salty? All right. What do you think it is? Tell the person next to you. Whisper it to the person next to you. What do you think today's topic is going to be about? Okay, ready? We're going to say it at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Salt. Really good, really good. Salty. Yes, that all works.
Hello guys, how are you doing this morning? You good? So today you're gonna talk about the importance of salt, and I bring to you today some fun facts about salt. So do you know that the word salary comes from Latin? That the word is salarium, and which refer to the payments that made by the Roman soldiers. So in the ancient times, they pay the persons with salt. You know that? It's incredible. So another one. Salt was so valuable in the ancient times that it was nicknamed the white gold, because it was a thing that it was so rare in that time. Another one. You can use salt to keep ants from coming in your house, and sprinkle on that trail, and they will go in another directions. So if you don't like ants at all, or some another bugs or insect, you can use it, right?
That's great.
Yeah. So pour salt in something smelly, let it sit for a day, and dump it out, and then the smell will go away. Wow. So if you have a problem with some smell in your home, you can use that too. So before, this is a good one. Before the refrigerator exists, people use salt to keep food from rotting. If you want to keep your food fresh, or you want to keep for a long time, you can use salt. So in the back time, the ancient time, they use that. So, but this is my question for you today. What would happen if the ocean had no salt? The first one here.
The coral will die. The coral will die.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Let's find out. Another one.
Animals will die.
Yeah. Let's see.
The fish would die too.
Yeah, this is a good one. Another one. What would happen with the ocean if it had no salt? If all the salt is gone, what would happen?
Then there will be none water.
Yeah.
The animals will die.
Yeah.
The eggs of a sea turtle and any animal might get sick after they're born.
Yeah, probably. So I will invite someone here that is the right person to answer that question. It's Pastor Audrey.
Well, we know salt is really important. Now, if you were to go in the ocean and you tried to swim, what would happen to your body? It would float, that's right. Salt was going to make you more buoyant. And you know, the ocean's also really important for the earth because, did you notice it doesn't freeze? Do you ever go to the coast in the winter and look at the Pacific? It's still water, right? It's not an iceberg, it's water. And that's because that salt lowers the freezing temperature and it keeps the earth warm. That's one reason why we're able to live in so many places, because of the ocean. But let's think, what would happen if there were no salt if it suddenly disappeared, just in an instant, what would happen? Well, let's imagine we've got our little, we need to understand something first. So first, here's our ocean, and we know that animals have cells. You have cells too. And right now you're surrounded by air, but if you were in the ocean, you'd be surrounded by what? By water, by salt water. There's salt in that water. There's also salt in the cells. And there would be a balance, which is what this picture is showing. And your cells want a balance. So let's say that there is a difference. On one side, there's more salt on the other, and there's less salt on the other. The water is going to move through, so there's going to be balance. Well, if you suddenly had no salt on one side, and you had a ton of, well, not a ton, but you have salt on the other side, the water has to move, and the water is going to come into the cell. So what happens to our friend, our little clownfish friend, if this happens? Any guesses? Well, let's talk about those cells. We're going to have water come into the cells, and what's going to happen? Any guesses? What's going to happen? The cells would burst because all this water would come in. Now, if you're a one-celled organism, what does that mean? There's only one cell in your body, and your cell bursts. Then yes, everybody who said the animal would die is correct. Now, if you're a bigger animal, you might be able to do without a couple cells, but over time, you would die too. And if everything you've eaten has died, it would be pretty bad, right? A catastrophic loss of animals. There wouldn't be any animals. Oh, those poor animals. But don't just feel sorry for the animals. There's something else that happens. Any ideas? Let's see, get somebody I didn't ask already.
The water gets dirty because of all the dried up body parts in the animals.
That probably would happen too. But did you know that 50 to 80% of all the oxygen on the earth is made by marine algae, like kelp? And if there's no marine algae because it died, what happens to the oxygen? We're missing some crucial air, huh? So we'd have a problem too. So now our question is, what do we think about salt? How important is salt? It's kind of important, is it? Let's invite Miss Treveley up, Pastor Treveley.
Thank you, Audrey. So did we all learn at least one fun fact about salt this morning? Something that we did not previously know? Yeah? Okay, that's awesome. So very quickly, I want to bring your attention to Matthew chapter 5. I'll give my friend a moment because I think you guys are all focused on her. Okay. So very quickly, Matthew chapter 5. And in this chapter in the Bible, we find what we call Jesus' Sermon on the Mount. And in this very important sermon, Jesus not only covered the Beatitudes, or the attitudes that we should have, like being merciful, being a peacemaker, and like being humble. Jesus, being Jesus, took it a step further. He presented something else that he needed his followers to understand. In verses 13 and 14, he used two kinds of comparison, salt and light, to describe his followers. He said to them, "You are the salt of the earth." And in the next breath, he also said to them, "You are the light of the world." And I am sure when they heard that, all the light bulbs went off in their heads. What did he mean when he said, "We are the salt of the earth"? What did he mean when he said, "We are the light of the world"? Well, for the next few moments, I want us to consider the metaphor of salt. In Matthew 5, verse 13, it reads, "Let me tell you why you are here. You are here to be salt seasoning that brings out the God flavors of this earth. If you lose your saltiness, how will people taste godliness? You have lost your usefulness and will end up in the garbage, and that's a bad place to be, right? Like we have mentioned earlier, salt is important to a lot of things in our environment and for a lot of things we use in daily living. Without the salty element, the ocean wouldn't serve its purpose, our bodies wouldn't function at optimum, the foods we eat that calls for salt wouldn't taste as good as they do, right? Just imagine your Doritos without salt, right? That'll taste bland and nasty and yucky, right? Just imagine your pizza without salt, and just imagine bread without salt. Jesus compares his followers to salt, which was a valuable preservative and seasoning in its time. He uses this salt comparison to capture what we should be like as his followers. We should add value, we should make a difference, we should make people and things around us better. Do we agree? Do we agree? We should make people and things around us better. Yes? Awesome. And just as salt prevents decay and enhances flavor, making things a little bit tastier, you and I are meant to have a positive influence in the world and add a positive impact wherever we find ourselves. Wherever I find myself, and wherever you may find yourself, at home, at school, at church, or at play. We are called to be the salt of the earth. And that's my devotional tidbit for this morning. At this time, Feluke will lead us in an interactive activity.
Good morning. Let me make sure you guys are up. Give me one clap. Good morning. One clap. Give me two claps. Two claps. Let me make sure you're super, super duper up. Give me 3 claps. All right. So I need 3 boys and 3 girls. 3 boys and 3 girls. Quick, 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 quick. 3, 3, 3. Once you see there's 6, you have to sit back down. Stay, 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 stay. I need 3. I need 3. I need 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. Split here. Move this way. Sit. Split, split, split. Move this way. Stay there, stay there, stay there. Split, 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 split. All right. Are you paying attention? Give me 1 clap. All right, ladies. I want you to hold up your sign. Hold up your signs. And everyone, read the words on the signs. What does their word say? One more time. Gentlemen, hold up your flip so they can see it. What does the word say? What does the word say? All right. I need my hoppers. I need my hoppers right down the middle. I need you to stand on this blue line. Who's going to hop? Hop, 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 hop. Stand straight in the line. Don't touch one another. Just hop. Open your ears. Open your ears. So in this scenario, I'm going to give you a couple of examples. Are you listening? Are you listening? Give me 2 claps. 2 claps. All right. So in these scenarios, I'm going to read off a scenario. And I want you to decide from what you heard whether the person in the scenario is being a positive person as salt or a negative person being no salt. Okay? What's your name? What's your name? What is your name? Okay. Luke sees someone sitting alone at lunch. He sits next to them and he shares some of his snacks with them. Is Luke being salt or no salt? Now my hoppers, you have to pick. So if it's no salt, you hop to the right. If it's salt, you hop to the left, okay? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I'm gonna count you off. Get back in line, get back in line. So is Luke, by Luke sharing his snacks, is he being salt or no salt? 1, 2, 3, pick. Ladies, salt. Switch. What is your name? Kai. Next one. This is just for fun, you guys. He's not really like this. Kai pushes someone to be first in line. Is Kai being salt, or is Kai being no salt? 1, 2, 3, pick. We almost had you there. Back in line. Switch, Kai. What you mean? All right. Listen up, listen up. Lincoln helps clean up even if it's not his mess. Is Lincoln being salt, or where's your sign? No salt. 1, 2, 3, pick. Oh, wait a minute. You sure? So Lincoln is being salt because he's helping someone clean up their mess, even if it's not his. Switch. What's your name? Stella. Okay, wait a minute. Stella sees another student who forgot to bring their pen or pencil, and she has plenty left over. But she decides not to share hers. Stella. Pick. Is Stella being no salt, or is Stella being salt? 1, 2, 3, pick. Everyone, give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you so much for helping. All right, my sign folks, have a good sit. Thank you. 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 Give me 3 claps if you're paying attention. 3 claps.
Thank you, Feluke. Can we just pat ourselves on the shoulder for being so good this morning and cooperative? Awesome. At this moment, I'm going to invite our professor, Dr. Ward, who will just say a quick prayer for you guys and for your teachers, that we will be salt wherever we find ourselves.
Did you guys enjoy worship? Say thank you to my students. All right, let's stand up and fold our hands for prayer like this. Dear Jesus, we thank you for a beautiful day. We're thankful that we could learn something about the Bible and about salt, and help us to be salt and not no salt. Amen. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for having us. Have an awesome day.